You basically have two options. You either die fighting the Shees, or you join me on the Sheesy side. It's science time. Shees. Everything is better with Shees. So what's our thing as the science man? We have unique balls are better balls. But what we have in the bag is 4 very much not unique rocks. And Splat Orb on the other hand, which is very strong. A bat has joined. I was about to say squid. Guessing that might be the great old one poking my brain cell in the back. Telling me to reshape the bat in his glorious squid image. I guess they could have been squids in a previous life or parallel universe. And now they are just hanging out with slimes, which could have been literally anything in a previous life, before they were melted down and turned into a gooey slime puddle of various colors. And melting down slimes is very much like melting down cheese. And we have brought some cheese, so we will be cooking with cheese. The question is, what goes best with cheese? Is it a melted down slime puddle, a fried up bat, or if things go horribly wrong, a flame-baked goblin boy? I wonder what that would taste like with cheese. Actually, with the cheese, probably fine. For now, let's just try to make some money so we can buy more interesting things to cook with. We're gonna start a cooking show. Science Man's cooking with balls and cheese. So it's gonna be slime balls, bat balls, spider balls, or goblin meatballs on the menu. And maybe at some point in the future we can expand to something a bit more exciting, like Dragon Balls. Or maybe Mole Man Balls. I had a thought on Goblin Balls as well. It does not actually have to be my balls, because the mines are filled with goblins, including that tall Peglin with his long luscious legs. That's probably a future episode of Science Man's cooking with balls and cheese. Now also serving glorious goblin legs. Okay, we get rid of a rock. There is a summoning circle. We can heal when reloading. Or a sling to improve my rocks. Wouldn't it be better to just... You can improve the rocks by strapping a rocket to them, covering them in slime, taping a crit symbol to them or whatever. That way you would have some more spicy rocks instead of just a sling to throw the same rock harder. Or did we just randomly uncover the way the balls are actually made? They are all rocks initially. And then you just magically combine them with something more spicy and you have a cool ball. But I'm not a blacksmith. I'm just a science man, here to science up a solution to this bat infestation problem that we seem to be having. Either way, we are slapping the bats. 1 to go. We have made a little bit of money back, so we can maybe sell another rock to Haglin. Oh cool, it's the new boss. Shungus and Dingus. So what are they going to do? Are they going to just throw stuff at me? Or are they just shonky boys in the back, slowly making their way over? Which makes sense, because I guess that's why we have this generous map with a billion pegs to hit. There's a cool loop, and you can do all sorts of trick shots with your slime balls. Pretty good damage, honestly. So is it Shungus in the front and Dingus behind him? I don't know if there's even a difference between the two. They're just big old twin boys. But like everyone else in this godforsaken forest, they are here to eat my face. I don't think my goggles will be protecting me very much. Could use a refresh because I am running out of map. And they are going to slap me. But 4 damage, I don't really care about that. We are on a low Cruciball, sure, but we should be able to handle this. We can basically just tank them then, I guess. We are healing 6 when reloading, and we have the cookie. And we also have the reload immunity and the sheath for reloading, so we really have a reload, refresh, heavy build. I think that was a double swing though. He hit me first for 4 and then roundhouse kicked me in the face for 8 as a follow-up. So we might have to be careful with old Chungus and Dingus. More bomb damage, why not? And more options, even better. Peglin round 2. First, take my rock. Then do we want refreshes or cash? Invest some cash to be able to make more cash. It sounds like Haglin is setting me up for a pyramid scheme so that I can spend more money in his shop. So we'll see if we can make this reload build work, because now I'm down to 3 balls already, which is pretty nice. And if I can get rid of one more rock, we also have a unique rock. That will be an actual, potentially a good rock. And it will be better at slapping spiders. But this reloading sheath thing could also work. Especially since we are also immune to damage while reloading and we heal while reloading, so it really is the dream combo. But for now, we will be doing damage through our big old slime balls. And if we can figure out the science behind the sheath setup, then maybe we can do some sheath magic a bit later. Somehow I'm not surprised. I guess I do need to burn a little bit for all the sins I have committed. Or is this just the revenge of the spiders? Incinerating my face from beyond the grave. That may have been the hardest encounter so far. Dump my bad ball and boost my good ball. Count me in. Alright, big boy. We have a lot of money on the map now. It looks a lot nicer. We can throw our one good ball, which is now a boosted good ball. 300, 400 damage this early on. Don't think Minotaur Man was prepared for that. We can skip the rock again. It's actually not bad having only 2 balls. It's almost like it's the natural number or something. And so we speed ran the Minotaur Madman. He was not a fan of my slime plan. Do I want to do math, prevent taking damage 1 time, or have more slime? Slime has done me good so far. Flame Grilled Goblin is back on the menu. That was actually an impressive flame shot. So the question for the ages now is, can we slime up the Slime Lord? He is the biggest, slimiest chungus in this entire forest, without a shadow of a doubt. But just imagine the amounts of slime we could get out of him, and we could cook up another slime soup, or we could do some slime science. And what was that big brain theory earlier? We take just a regular rock and we slime it up and we have a fantastic ball of some description. There's so much we can potentially do with slime. But really the only thing I want to do with slime is get him out of my face. Because now I'm being dissolved. And the more my brain gets dissolved, the less cool science magic I will be able to do. Already down to 4 brain cells. If we go much lower than that, we're gonna have a problem. We did beat the Slime Man. We get Morbid Orbs, 2 times damage but downgrade pegs. The coin magic thing where we can't get more coins, or less refreshes with more crits. I don't think any of those really matter for what I'm trying to do. So let's go double damage for the 2 balls I have left. And we shall see if that downgrade just ruins my life completely. So we're in the castle now, downgrading some pegs. But I was mostly thinking about, is there anything in here that we could use for our new cooking hobby? Is these slime brick nerds are normally the ones cooking other things or other people? Or can we cook up some knights? Because since I am a goblin, it's not actually cannibalism. So it should be fine. And in the meantime, cheese is murdering everything for me. Very nice. I see an immediate problem with this map. There are very few pegs. So I think I have the capacity to downgrade the entire map. And then our unique ball buff or the double damage is not really gonna be doing very much. There are also no bombs. And I have nothing else. All I have is cheese. What kind of cheese is it? Is it goblin cheese? Cow cheese, slime cheese, bat cheese maybe. Either way, I'm now already in a position where I live or die by the grace of the cheese gods. So far they are benevolent. Slime ball is also doing a little bit of work. Rock, not so much. but still enough to destroy the head of that guy, but the rock is then immediately out-damaged by the cheese. I can tell you not many scientists foresaw that throwing a cheese slice in someone's face would do more damage than throwing a rock in someone's face. So maybe cheese is the future. Depends a bit on how we do against this magical foe, but I think generally science seems to win in these. Smacking him quite hard with, well, the 2 balls I have left. Downgrading a lot of pegs, but it hasn't really been a problem yet, has it? So I think maybe on low Cruciball, nothing lives long enough for it to become a problem. And even if it does become a problem, we now have the secret cheese in our back pocket, which will damage him even more than bombs and rocks and slime balls ever will, eventually when it stacks up. It's not exactly a fast build, but maybe it will be when I have no balls. That's a weird thing to say even in a game all about balls. He actually blocked some of the cheese damage. But the cheese is inevitable. You can block as much as you want, but in time the cheese will break you and you will be the new ingredient in our next cheese science batch. Okay, some knights. Do they like cheese? We'll find out. I don't think these guys are capable of blocking the cheese though, because they have a different kind of shield that for some reason does not work as well as the block magic from that dude in a robe. They do have a healer though, but I don't think he can stand up to the infinite powers of cheese. But there is no way to speed up the cheese, right? It's just... it only scales with the number of reloads we do, there's nothing else. So it's a slow burn. Kind of like being melted down in a pot of cheese. And that is the fate that awaits all my enemies today. The cheese train is here, and it's not stopping for anything. Death by cheese. Gambling. I think I'm keeping all my money to make sure that I can actually get rid of my rocks. I mean, we do have way more money than we need. Bomb stuff? Sure, why not? And haggling. See if he has anything. But we don't actually need anything at all. We only need to get rid of balls. And then we just have the perfect build. So I noticed something with the head that we throw here. It's not the same color as my character. So we are using the severed head of some other goblin. Some other very unfortunate goblin. But we are now very close to the dream. Or can I can just reload every shot now, or do I have to fire my slime ball? Slime ball is still very strong. Somehow. Well, I guess we have the double damage relic, that would explain everything. And we have already more cash than we need. We're getting way more from the rainbow slime, which apparently was very, very rich. And with the reload damage immunity, we are just kinda chilling in the back. Not many things are hitting us. The slime ball really is going wild with the damage. But if things go the way I want, we will soon be rid of that ball as well, and we will be relying on cheese. Nothing but cheese. Only the infinite powers of cheese. And Haglin will now deliver the dream, not entirely free. But we now have, officially we have no balls. Only cheese. Just in time for the boss as well. So we'll see how we do this, because now I don't actually have to do anything at all. There's gonna be some very, very exciting fights coming up, where basically every single fight is exactly the same thing. So maybe this is a speedrun time. We don't care about the paintings, we don't care about the poison, we don't care about her brush or whatever the pegs are doing. We don't need pegs, we don't need balls, we don't need anything. We can just sit here. Eat some of our cheese, I guess. Maybe do that cooking show properly now, so we can barbecue up some spiders and slimes and brick slimes and that kind of stuff, so we have a nice snack for our now perfectly automated run. Where magic just happens. And it gets more and more magical with every reload. It's also funny to see the poison stacks going up, because, I mean, I wouldn't be dead, but I would be dead very quickly if that actually hit me. And she's ticking down slowly. Again, it's not a fast build. It is a death by melting in cheese spot. But it is working, and it's working perfectly. You could do this if you could survive until the point where you have found enough haglins to remove all of your balls. This should work for any difficulty, right? Because you are completely immune to damage. And there we go. Do we want a relic? Let's just get a pet squirrel. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I hope you like cheese, and not just lots of balls. It should be mirror in the mine, I guess, but the same thing applies. So they are reflecting more and more damage with every round. But of course it doesn't matter because cheese works in mysterious ways, and nothing can withstand its power. You can't reflect cheese, you can't fight cheese. You basically have two options. You either die fighting the cheese, or you join me on the cheesy side. Bring on the minecart. Nothing can hurt me and my cheese armor. Peglin, do you have more cheese? Then I'm not interested. I mean, we have already scientifically proven that cheese is the superior material. It's indestructible, immovable, tasty, and will eventually grind down anything in its path. Unless it can somehow survive the melting cheese pot of doom. But even if they do survive that, the stink of the cheese will eventually kill anything. An apple, I guess that could be the side to our incredible main dish. And do we want power from the lurking madman? I already have infinite power from my own source, so he can get lost. And we can just laugh at any boss and their pathetic attempts to take on the Lord of Cheese. I'm immune to damage. I'm gonna say that's from the cheese powers as well, even though it is the shield. And we are ramping up while he is burning down the Lord of Cheese. Did I just let the cheese powers get to my head? And am I so confident in my insanity that I will somehow fall into my own cheese pot? That would be a nice twist, actually. Or can we be arrested for misuse of cheese power? Or for carrying illegal cheese or anything like that? But we have outrun the cops before, so I think we will be fine. We are not that far from the end anyway. Another glorious boss battle. It's the upside down man who is back for round 2. I wonder if he has studied cheese magic by now, and if he has anything to bring to the table. But it looks like he is only going to be slapping the air again, while we just stand here and auto-reload through our deck of infinite cheese power. The game really is playing itself at this point. Worms, goblins, and whatever else, tremble before me, for I am the Lord of Cheese. That's right, we didn't bring a single ball, only cheese. I'm assuming Cheese Man is also immune to bombs. We will know as soon as that guy blows up. And yes, we are in fact immune to everything. And the power of cheese caused them to just explode. Okay, 4 squares. I think we can just slap one slice of cheese over each square and call it a day. I did take a little bit of damage, but I will just trust in the power of the cheese to keep me safe and healthy and strong. There's a lot of missing. There's a little bit of cheese damage. They are healing, but if my math is correct, which it should be with this galaxy brain of mine, we are ramping up faster than they are. That was... They healed for 100, they took 200 cheese damage, so the cheese is in fact mightier than 4 squares that form a larger square and also sometimes rotate. I'm still not entirely sure where I got the cheese powers from. If it's that great old dude I think I'm gonna be in for some... I'm gonna have to pay back some way for the incredibly strong sheath magic I've been using. So if that great big tentacle Shungus is going to eat me, hopefully he at least eats me with cheese. Thank you for watching.